Right. Hi. Are we live? I hope we're live. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Okay, so I've just eaten beef and what else was it? Pork and fish and some salad. That's what I've just eaten. Few onions, stuff like that. How are we going? So it's a long night. They're all going to be out till gone midnight. I was going to join them early, and I just said to them, I'd rather go off for an hour, do my own thing. Hi Emma, Angie, Carolyn, Jean, Linda. I was going to go off. I just thought, come on, why not? 45 minutes. They won't even miss me. My wife's chatting with my daughter and her 3 friends. My sons are with their 2 friends. So I'm like, who needs dad? You don't need dad. Forget about dad. Hi, Linda. So, yes. So the Elvis Lass review, I want to go through a little bit with it. Quite a few of you have sent me it. I can't play it all because there's too much music in it. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. There's something else I wanted to a Priscilla thing that I was thinking of playing as well. Hi Andrew. So if you're expecting me to play the whole Elvis Lass thing, I can't because there's too much music in it. I am going to listen to her review though when she talks. If I play the music, it will get blocked. We'll be able to watch it now, but then an hour after I post it, it will all just get blocked. So I can't play it, but it is a good review. I would say it's the best review we've seen so far. She's lovely, Elvis Lass, beautiful. We love her channel. We love her channel. I did comment on there that we're going to review it on her channel. I'm a big fan of Elvis Lass. I watch her channel. I think a lot of people like her. We're going to get some buffering, guys. The signal isn't great here. Right, so we did discuss Priscilla. We played a video yesterday. Yeah, we played a video yesterday, and it was Priscilla. I said that Priscilla is trying to reinvent her image, almost clean up her image. She's almost trying to tell the world about how she is different than she's portrayed. And she says she helps elderly people, she helps charity, not charities, animals. One of the things I said was, okay, you say you do these things, but I've never heard of Priscilla helping people, helping elderly people. I've heard about the animals and the horses. So I did ask the question, does Priscilla help people? I want to be fair. Remember, I'm not a Priscilla hater. I expose her wrongdoing to Elvis, but I won't be a hater. So Emily sent me something. I thought, oh, well, the very least I can do is read it out. Yeah, so I've put it on the Facebook page. So I'm going to read the 2 pages to you just because I want to be fair. Yeah, I want to be fair. If we're going to discuss Priscilla, we discuss the good and the bad. Same goes for Billy Smith, Joe Smith. Same goes for the Stanleys. We have to be fair and we have to give a balanced, non-hateful opinion of Priscilla. Good and the bad. I've always said this. I'm very upset with Priscilla. She's done many things that I don't agree with. She's done some pretty terrible things concerning Lisa Marie. But I don't hate her. Yeah? We're not a Priscilla hate channel. So if I ask the question, okay, Priscilla, what have you done that helps people? Because that was my question yesterday. I played her video. She says she helps people. I thought, Yeah, Andrew Phillips. I watched the penalties. Isn't it crazy that I'm in Spain and I've just watched England play Spain? The atmosphere was electric. I actually recorded it. So England are happy. England are happy. About time they did well on penalties, Andrew. So right, I'm going to read this out. It was nerve-wracking, wasn't it? It was. Everyone was cheering like crazy. I watched them live in Spain. Amazing. Right, so let me just read this out. Priscilla Presley. Now we are going to do the Elvis Lass stuff, and I have found another Priscilla video I wanted to play as well. Will you do now, Emma? It was on penalties. Right, beyond her work with these organisations, Priscilla has also been involved in efforts to preserve Elvis's legacy and Graceland's. Now, you know how I feel about that. Remember, this has been sent to me. I don't think Priscilla saved Elvis's legacy. I don't think she saved Graceland. That's my opinion. I don't think it was her idea to do the Living Museum. So then we go here, look, which she opened to the public to save it from financial ruin. I don't believe that either. I don't believe any of that. She got on board of work. What's the word? There was preparations underway to to sort everything out with Graceland's. The Living Museum idea was well underway. Plans have been done. Memphis City were already working on it. Jack Sodden was already working on it. A guy called Morgan Maxfield was working on it. It's a long story, guys. Vernon was working on it. Colonel Tom Parker was working on it. Priscilla did not save Graceland, in my opinion. For entertainment purposes, not a fact, just a discussion on a YouTube channel. So let's keep reading it. So this is what was sent to me, guys. This involved not only managing the estate, but ensuring that it retained personal and homely feel for the visitors. She also advocated for the relocation of the Smithsonian Memphis Rock and Soul Museum to a historic Beale Street. Now, that is a very recent thing. And I will say this, that do you remember she received the Nashville Award? There was a Nashville Award that she was given. My feeling is, they say we've already received $500,000 in funding. My feeling is for her to get that award, her influence, obviously there's a lot of people that kiss Priscilla's ass, her influence, this cash donation, there's more to it, in my opinion. There's more to it in why she got that award. The next things, Priscilla's philanthropic work extends to various causes, including animal welfare, where she has supported organisations and legislations to protect animals, particularly wild mustangs, abandoned horses and rescue dogs. Okay, is that true? Is that true? I want to read it out. You tell me if that's correct. The next thing, Priscilla has long history of philanthropic work, particularly focused on supporting adults with terminal illness and animal welfare. Is that true about she supports adults with terminal illness? Does she do that? Does she do that? Don't know, guys. This is what was sent to me, but I wanted to read it out because I wanted to be fair. She is in an ambassador for Dream Foundation, a wish-granting organisation for terminally ill adults and their families. She also champions animals' rights and has been involved in fundraising drives and legislative efforts to protect various animals. Additionally, she has supported the National AIDS Fund and other organisations related to HIV/AIDS, the Starkey Hearing Foundation and the Alzheimer's Association. Is that true? Is that true, guys? Did she do some work with the National AIDS Foundation? Did she do some work for the Alzheimer's Association? I don't know if any of this is correct. This is what I've been sent, and I think it's only fair that I read it out. Priscilla Presley is dedicated to philanthropy and has been recognised with awards like the Dream Foundation Founders Awards and American Humane Association of National Humanitarian Medal. Her involvement with the Dream Foundation began after she helped grant wishes for people who visit Gracelands. She also supports the Citizens Commission of Human Rights and donates a portion of sales from her website to them. So she has sales on her website. Does she? I didn't know that. Does Priscilla even have a website? I didn't even know that. So anyway, the reason I've read that out is because yesterday we played a video where Priscilla was saying, you know, I help people, you know, I don't know why people talk about me the way they do. So I thought at the very least I can be fair and read that. Whether any of it's correct, I don't know. But I will always try and be fair. Now, let's carry on trying to be fair, right? We have Elvis Evolution, a real hot potato at the moment. A real hot potato at the moment with Elvis Evolution. I've been sent quite a few things. We've posted them onto our Facebook page. Shall I try and get it up, guys? Now we've had one guy said he was trying to get a refund and he had been refused. Another guy said, or girl, it could be a girl, guys. Another person said that they did get a refund. We've also had reviews of people, let me just see if you can see what I can see, of people that have been and they like it. Yeah? Let's see if we can get it up. So if we just place it there, and that's not the one. Oops, a daisy. Right, let's see if we can put that there. Let's have a look if that's going to work. No, right, okay. Hang on, guys. Let me get Facebook up. So I've been getting mixed reviews. Okay, guys? I've been getting good and bad. Good and bad. Okay? So let's get Facebook up. Here we go. Now, I don't want to be the guy that is only giving negative reviews on Elvis Evolution. Yeah, because I've had quite a few messages of people saying to me, oh, I'm going to cancel. I have said to all of them, well, if you've only bought the standard tickets, then you may as well go. I don't want anyone to cancel what they're going to do because of me or my reviews. Okay, guys? I mean, it's not really my reviews. I'm repeating other people's reviews. I would say if there's not too much travel expense involved, if there's no like hotel cost involved, and you're not too far from London and you've only paid the £75 charge, I would say that's probably okay. Yeah? But my feeling is it's probably okay if you haven't paid too much. Okay, guys? Now, it's not up to me. You've got to decide for yourselves. Right. So before I do Elvis Lass's review, where is it? I want to just click on the Facebook page, if I can find it. Where are we? Is it that one? Nope. Where has it gone? Not that one. Oh yeah, we were going to do the Lankskys. Do you know what? I completely forgot about that. We were going to do Atomic Hives thing as well, weren't we? Right, so why has my Facebook page disappeared? So I remember the one show, BBC, and it was the first mention, The Great Expectations. It is based on ABBA. People were there. Do you know what? After watching Elvis Lass's show, because I did watch half of it, I still think it's disappointing. Even after watching Elvis Lass's show, I still think people didn't get what they were expecting, what they were promised. It's a completely different experience. But I will say this, it is very high quality, yeah. The decor, the fit outs, the different rooms. Obviously there's a lot geared up to food and drink. You've got the bars, the restaurants. You know, there's a lot of merchandising shops that are selling items. It's very much a money-making operation. But it is, you know, you walk into an Elvis immersive experience. You know, when I was looking at Elvis Lass's videos, you are literally surrounded by Elvis stuff and Elvis music. If you're an Elvis fan, what's not to like? Do you know what I mean? Even me, if I walked into any room and there was Elvis everywhere, pictures, videos, people dressed up, the decor of the place, all Elvis style, I'd like it. I'd like it. So I completely understand why Elvis Lass likes it. I completely get it. Yeah. So, you know, we're Elvis fans. We love anything Elvis, don't we? So I actually think it's probably quite a good experience. But I agree, it is not a hologram experience. I really do believe and wish and want these people to add some hologram show as part of the experience, the immersive experience by Layered Reality at the XL in London. I think that's the fix. I am worried that the whole thing is going to sink like the Titanic. When people mention cost to me, I think £75 is acceptable. I think as soon as you go above that, it's too expensive. That's what I think. I think for a family, you know, money's tough, money's hard. Any more than that's too much. Yeah, Emma, like you just said, it's all Elvis. It's everything Elvis. You're surrounded by Elvis. You're consumed by Elvis in every room. So what's not to like? But if you're going there and you're saying, I want a hologram, I must have a hologram. If you're very sort of stubborn, I have to have a hologram, you ain't going to like it. You're going to be very disappointed. Yeah? Yeah, celebrating Elvis stuff with other fans. You know, that people are getting drunk as well, guys, and having food. Food, drink, friends, Elvis. It's good, isn't it? Food, drink, friends, Elvis. So I want to give reviews that are good and bad. Yeah, I want to be fair. So, Gene, Andrew, I would love them to do that in the United States. There we are. So that, right, let's have a look. So you guys are having a chat. Right, I can't read all your comments because my wife's going to start trying to phone me. So, I wanted to get onto our Facebook page, if I can find it. Da-da-da. I wanted to read a couple of the things that were sent to me. Now, as you know, guys, the thing I've been doing is when you guys post good stuff to me, I have been putting it on the Facebook page, Defending Elvis, because I want to engage with your comments. We are Team Elvis. We should be sharing the great comments we're receiving. Some of you guys, Team Elvis and Elvis fans around the world, you are posting the most amazing comments at the moment. There's a lot of stuff concerning Billy Smith and Joe Smith and Danielle and Elvis Fans Matters, but we're not talking about that tonight. So let's have a look. It's all stuff. Let's have a look. Make sure there's nothing in my ear. Let's see if we can find some of these comments. If I have to, I'll look on my phone. Here's one here. I bought tickets from the show, and I had to rebook my dates twice, and they said that they had some technical difficulties. I asked for my money back, and at the time they said no. Now all these bad reviews have come out again, and I asked for my money back, but the form said unless I died or a member of the family has died, or the transport has broken down, I can't have my money back. Yeah, this is just one of many things that have been sent me, guys. There's loads of comments. I can't read them. I don't have time. Yeah, but there's definitely comments for both. Yeah, there's comments of people that like it and don't like it. Yeah, and I think that's the way to go. So let's have a look. I do think you're going to really, really enjoy Elvis Lass's show. It's very, very good. Very interesting. It's almost like you're there. It's almost like you're there. Okay, guys? So if you want to see the comments that people are putting up, just look on my Defending Elvis Facebook page. Right, let's have a look a minute. Everything's gone a bit haywire, as usual. I'm not going to sing to you now. I'm too tired, guys. Did you enjoy, guys? Did you enjoy my swim? Carolyn, did you see me swimming? I swam for you guys. I went for a swim. Right, I'm just trying to make this work a minute, Alan. Yep, I was in the sea with Team Elvis. I'm trying to make my comments shrink down. They're too big. That's better. That's better. Okay. Oh, they just moved over there. Come back, come back, come back. God, my comments keep moving around. Right, I think that's it. I think we got it sussed. Yes, you saw the swimming. So, I've enjoyed my walks. It's been fun. Me and Team Elvis, we just go for a walk down, down through Spain and seeing the sights together as if we're on holiday together. It's been fun, guys. Right, let's get Elvis Lass's video up, which has probably disappeared, knowing my luck. Elvis Lass, there you go. Let's see if you can see it. Yes. Okay, so my sunglasses, yeah. I haven't got them on tonight. Right, let's make this a bit bigger. Move me over a little bit. So I can't play the music. I can't play all of this because it will be copyrighted. They'll just block it. There's no point in me playing it. So what I'm going to do is play the beginning. When you hear the music, I'm going to have to mute the music.
So we are here at Elvis Evolution. We're on the XL in London. You can see that. I'll take you into the bars, but that's all I can do. You're not allowed to go in, so I'm not going to be able to take you in. But we're here and it's fabulous so far. Not in yet.
So obviously we all know Elvis Lass. She's beautiful. We love her show. This is a very good show. I highly recommend it. Let's keep going.
So yeah, it's going to be a review of what I think, my opinion only. I'll take you in the bars, but obviously I won't take you into the event. That'll just have to be word of mouth because you're not allowed any cameras. So yeah, keep it kind in the comments if you don't mind, because there may be people down there who like it. And from what I see, there's a lot of passion going on. If I don't like it, I'll say. If I like it, I will say. But I don't want criticism. If I like it, if you don't, or if I don't like it, but you do. So yeah, just be kind. We all got our different opinions. What else can you do? So
okay, well that's interesting. That's interesting. I think this topic of Elvis Evolution, it's funny. People are funny with it. They're like, because I went on Elvis the Ultimate Fans channel, Steve, and he was pretty cagey with comments. He didn't want to really hear the negative comments. I think he's on tonight. I think part of his discussion is, the reviews of this show. Yeah. So, oh, thanks, Martha. So, can I just ask you something, guys? Why are people touchy about Elvis Evolution if you say negative comments? Can I ask you that? Because it's very clear. Don't get me wrong. I love Elvis Lass. It's very clear she doesn't want to hear the negative comments. Yeah. Steve did it on his show as well. Yeah. He didn't want to hear it either. He thought the negative comments aren't welcome. Yeah. Why do you think that, guys? Why do you think people don't want to hear? Because obviously the reviews we're going to get are going to be good and bad. Yeah. The reviews we're going to get on Elvis Evolution are going to be both. Yeah. So before we move on, why do you think people are a bit touchy about hearing negative comments? Because it's very clear Elvis Lass doesn't want to hear them. Yeah. I'm just interested to know why. Did anyone hear that question? Come on, guys. Yeah, so Carolyn says you're confused by that as well. Because when I say, I do think we shouldn't just be negative about Elvis Evolution. We should give it a chance. I do believe that. I do think some people will like it, some people won't like it. I think everyone's got different tastes. Some people are fully 100% expecting the hologram show and they're not going to get it, so they're never going to be happy. So what do you think, guys? Carolyn, because we all hope it's a major success. So Linda, the question is, why are people sensitive about hearing negative comments about Elvis Evolution? Because obviously Elvis Lass doesn't want to hear negative comments, nor did Steve off his show, Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel. I'll just give you a chance to answer, guys. I'm going to get your comments up on here as well. Do you know what? With the way my attitude is, if you're going to make comments concerning Elvis Evolution, I don't mind either way. I do think we should be fair. I do think that. I do think, let's be fair. Let's not completely write off the show. I do think that's the right way to go. Hear both points of view. I do think that's good. But I would never say I only want to hear positive comments. I would never do that. It's just not the way. That isn't my style. Yeah, we have to hear the good and the bad, don't we? Yeah. So I'm just reading your comments now. Linda says probably they don't want to put people off. So basically, you're saying Elvis Lass doesn't want to put people off. Yeah, Carolyn, I don't mind either way. Okay, right, let's just press play. So, nothing against Elvis Lass, I love her. But I just found that unusual for her to do that, to say, she didn't want to hear negative comments. I feel they should have charged high. They shouldn't have charged high prices if it isn't going to be a hologram. Yeah, my thing is a bit different. Obviously, the pricing needs to be fair. But I also think you do get a lot, yeah. And when you go into Elvis Lass's show now, as we go through it, you'll get, I do think if you're an Elvis fan, you're going to be pretty blown away because everything is about Elvis. Instead of me telling you, I'll show you. Okay, guys?
Yeah, I'm going to go in and I'll keep you posted. I paid 180, so I have the Burn in Love VIP ticket. Tickets are between 75, 180 and 300. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'll show you now. So
Debbie just said, I'm glad I've heard the bad. It's prepared me. I do think we need to have transparency, as much information concerning the show as possible. But I do think we should not ignore the good comments, because I've read quite a lot of good comments. Yeah? Good and bad. I've heard some terrible comments and some very good comments. So I do think when you make a decision, you got to listen to both. Some people are deciding to not go and cancel their tickets based on reviews. But remember, we can read the bad or read the good, yeah, and then decide which way to go.
We're heading to it. Keep you posted. Here we go.
So Linda says, I thought it looked not too bad. The hologram not being there was disappointing. That's what most people expected. Yes, it is. And I agree. I'm the same. I expected a hologram show. Okay? But that doesn't mean that what they have... let me just take these sandals off. They're hurting my poor little feet. It doesn't mean that what they have provided is not good. Yeah, it's what you'll see in a minute, guys. I mean, obviously it's geared up a lot for the bars and restaurants, cafes and shops, but it is quite impressive when you look at it. The bars, the fit outs are very, very cool, and you obviously got the Elvis music.
Here we go. So this is the entrance. Oh, we're here in Elvis. Yeah.
Right, so this is the problem, guys. I can't play the music. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're just going to press play and we're going to walk in with Elvis Lass and we'll go from there. So I just want to make sure that you can hear me. So guys, I've turned down the volume on the Elvis Evolution. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me? I feel like the channel is like a family. We have a good one. Yeah, too right, Gene. There we are. Carolyn has transformed her life with her health with the carnivore diet. Debbie, I think you'll probably enjoy it. I think if you're an Elvis fan and you love listening to Elvis, it's a no-brainer. But it won't be the hologram experience. So can you hear me, guys? Can you? That's the main thing. Can you hear me? Right, let me just, whoops, wrong one. Let me just make that bigger. Guys, someone tell me if you can hear me. So obviously she's gone in now. She's checking out the toilet. There we are. Right, so you can hear me. Okay. Right, so let's pause it. As you walk in, straight away, it's quite extremely colourful, like the 50s. I mean, all of that, you've got to imagine that there's Elvis music playing. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. What do you think, guys? Tell me what you think. Guys, as we go around, tell me what you think. I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it, guys? Don't you think? That looks like little black and white sets. But, you know, I mean, this is pretty cool, guys. Do you agree? Give us some opinions, please. Let me know what you're thinking of what you can see. I know you're having a good old chat, guys. You all love each other. But give me some opinions. I just want to be your teddy bear. There we are. Joanne is giving me an opinion. Well done, Joanne. Thank you. So obviously there's a shop, some goodies in it. Very expensive goodies. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah. So you got to imagine we're all Elvis fans. Could you imagine us, a big group of us, meeting up at the XL, going to Elvis Evolution? This is pretty cool. Let's keep going. Yeah, so Martha, see straight away, Martha is saying it looks nice. Right, let's turn the volume up, see if we can hear it with no music. Let's see what happens.
Sunshine, enjoying.
No, I can't. Sorry, guys, I can't play the music. It'll just block me. Let's keep going. Sorry, Elvis Lass, we can't play the music. It blocks us. So I remember this bit. She's basically saying that she paid $180. Then they give her different choices of, I think, a meal, a drink. I think she said she had the pulled pork, which she didn't want. But she said it's quite a professionally run outlet. So let's have a look a minute. So this is obviously her drink that she had, very 50s. Looks like a Knickerbocker Glory. Do you guys remember the Knickerbocker Glory? And that's her meal. I'm not sure if I like that. It looks like Doritos covered in lots of sauces and stuff. So there's the menu. What is that? The bakery menu, the Memphis muffins, Candyman cookies, and the Paramount pretzels. The Candyman can. Obviously soft drinks. What is that? Beer, Pepsi, usual stuff. Rum and roll. I wonder what a rum and roll is. A Pepsi float. Oh, remember the Pepsi floats, guys? £7.50 for a Pepsi float. But you do get a cup of tea for £3.50 and a coffee for £3.50. Helen, keep watching this. You may like it. Helen. Obviously different snacks. The Nashville Nash, the Hound Dog, the assorted snacks is Hershey chocolate. Yeah, Joanne, the diner looks good, doesn't Joanne? I can see Joanne's comments coming in. The Jolly Ranchers, the dipped pretzels, the Texan pork, the Mexican veggie, fajita filled roasted vegetables, French and American mustards, straw potatoes, plant-based served with straw potatoes, plant-based hot dog. So they even do a plant-based hot dog. £9.50 for a hot dog, guys. That ain't good. A Reese peanut butter cups from £2.50. Right, let's just see if there's no music on this bit. If there's no music, I'll play it. Let's see.
Give it like about 7 out of 10 because I had pulled pork and I didn't
So she's talking about the food.
want that, but that was my fault. And the milkshake was gorgeous. So starting off, we're doing.
Oh, we're not playing the music. No music, baby. No music. Sorry. She's a pretty girl, isn't she? Right, so what's this? Let's see if there's no music. Let's have another go. Way down like a tidal wave. Now, Way Down is the last song that I remember as a kid being played on the radio. So it's the All Shook Up Party. Join us for a drink and enjoy our hand band resident DJ. And the celebrations continue. Hear the sound and the inspired Elvis, as well as the songs that were influenced by the King. Key tracks: If I Can Dream, Jailhouse Rock, Blue Suede Shoes, and Suspicious Minds. So enter the dressing room where Elvis battles stage fright after 7 years away from the stage, and watch him find his courage and make history in the 68 comeback special. Explore the aftermath and celebrate his legacy. Yeah, Helen, I agree. Let's remain positive. So, where are we going now, guys? Is there music?
This way to Studio 4.
I won't do from.
Can't play the music. One thing Elvis Lass did say is they play a lot of the songs that are in the movies. It's funny because everyone loves the movie songs. You know, people used to trash the movies and the movie songs, but everyone loves the movie songs. I love the movie songs, definitely. I love the movies. So that's pretty cool. Blue Hawaii. Don't you think, guys? Yeah, I mean, I did speak to Jane. I mean, I'll be honest with you, my attitude is, I think if you've only paid the £75 tickets, I think it's a bit hasty to ask for a refund. I think give it a try out. Unless you have very high travel costs and hotel costs, then I understand. But wouldn't. If it was me and I'd already paid the money, I'd probably go. If I'd bought 4 tickets for me and Aurora and my 2 kids, I'd probably go. Even though there's no hologram. All right, so yeah, they get like a VIP thing that they wear. It's £180 for the what Elvis Lass has got. Right, so that's obviously the Blue Hawaii bar. So, you know, you got to imagine there's music playing now, isn't there? Yeah, there's obviously um, Elvis music wherever you go, which is, you know, come on, for you and me, Elvis fans, people that love Elvis, I can listen to Elvis 24/7. Yeah, so we're into a bar experience here now, aren't we? Oh, we're still in the Blue Hawaii. Let's see if she says anything that we can hear with no music.
Playing your song. Spring fever to everyone.
Yeah, we might get away with this because the quality of the sound is bad, so we might get away with this.
One you've never seen before.
Oh, we love this song. I definitely cannot play that. Let's jump forward a bit. Right, okay, we need to turn this off. So they've jumped. Are they in a different bar now? So is this the disco? Is this the after disco or is it the show? It looks like this is the show, guys. Let's just see. Definitely can't play that. So we get the idea. I can't play this whole thing because it'll just be too long. Let's just jump forward a little bit. Oh, let's get. Here we go. Elvis Lass having a bit of fun. This is obviously done on a phone. Yes, I mean, you know, maybe we're making a mistake or focusing too much on this hologram thing. Because I know everyone's like, oh my God, I want a hologram, I want a hologram. I want a hologram as well. But we can't ignore everything else. Because there's no hologram, doesn't mean we ignore all of this. This, you know, a lot of work has gone into this, yeah? So let's not be too blinkered. Let's not be too one-track minded. Oh my God, if there's no hologram, it must be bad. I think that's too much. I think we do need to take in all the other things, and that is part of what's being offered. Yeah, like Carolyn just said, it looks like a big Elvis party. It does. Come on, guys. If we were there, if it was me, Carolyn, Linda, Helen, Lorna, Martha, Debbie, and Karen, or everybody, Jane, we'd have a laugh, wouldn't we? We'd have a laugh. Let's face it. We'd have a laugh, yeah? Yeah, there we are. Jean, I'd love to be at the bar. Yeah, she's having fun. Look at her. She's funny. I wonder if her friend is Team Elvis. I do have someone that comes on here that's Team Elvis, that is friends with Elvis Lass. I'm trying to remember her name. I've forgotten the person's name, sorry. But I know Elvis Lass does watch us now and then, because Elvis Lass did an Elvis Evolution thing where she discussed the BBC One. No, was it BBC One? Yeah, the One Show. I did a little thing about the One Show, and Elvis Lass said, "Oh, I found this on Louis' Defending Elvis YouTube channel." She is aware of our channel, so I do think Elvis Lass watches us sometimes. They're having a right good time, ain't they, guys? Yeah, you're gonna have fun, Debbie. It'll be okay. It looks like fun to me. See, if I was going, I'd probably stay in a hotel. I'd go on a train. Right, here we go. So if I was going, guys, I'd probably go on a train. I'd probably stay in a hotel. I'd have a few drinks, get a bit tipsy, have some food. I'd make a night of it, and I'd have some fun. I think the kids would have found it quite fun as well. Right, here we go. Let's listen to...
This is the end of my Elvis Evolution vlog, and we're still in the hotel, so this is not my room, as you can see. We're not in a hotel, we got an apartment. It's lovely, it's really, really nice, and quite close to the XL where Elvis Evolution is. So, yeah, I didn't get on last night to do my review because, hello! Hey, yeah, so Georgia called me, Joe's daughter, so we were having a chat. So yeah, Elvis Evolution yesterday. So, I didn't go on last night to do a review because we were in there for 6.5 hours in Elvis Evolution. 6.5 hours. So we got there at 3 o'clock, as you could see from the video, and we sat outside, we had a drink, we were on the Thames, the sun was shining, Elvis music was blasting, they played cracking tunes, you can hear. They were like doing Do the Clam. They played Clam Bake. Do you know, it's not the bog standard songs. You're not going in and hearing just Hound Dog. You're hearing some cool songs.
Well, I think I've watched Elvis Lass's... I've been watching Elvis Lass for quite a while now. She loves the movies, doesn't she? She loves the movies, the movie songs. So that is really, you know, I mean, she loves anything Elvis, but she particularly likes the movie songs. Am I right or not, guys?
Totally excited for that. I loved it. And there were some classics. We had Paralysed. Oh my God, the list goes on and on. Trilogy, it goes on and on. So yeah, I was really impressed with the song choices. It was really, really good. So sitting outside at Bob's Diner was just brilliant. I can't fault it. It was fantastic. Bob's Diner was well run. I ordered my free drink with my VIP pass. I got it. I had a milkshake. It was delicious. I had nachos, but I did get pulled pork on it. But that was my fault. I didn't ask for the vegetarian one. What a numpty. So I scooped the pulled pork over the edge and ate the rest, and I loved it. It was fantastic. Cannot complain. So,
you know, she's only just started talking. She's talking about the food, the milkshake, and that. But for me, it's the immersive. Did she get the immersive Elvis experience? You know, it's one thing to play lots of music and have pictures of Elvis all around, and the designs all around me being, you know, I could do it to this room here, couldn't I? I could decorate this room in an Elvis style of the 50s with TVs and music playing. But did she get an immersive experience? Did it make her feel that she was back at the 1968 comeback special? Did she feel Elvis's essence? Did it give her something that she will never forget? This is really what I'm looking for in this review. It's quite a long review, but let's just keep going.
yeah, that part was so smooth, so lush. Sitting in Bob's Diner, having the atmosphere, having Elvis music playing. I don't know what you would want more than that.
See, I know what she means. She's like, it's a no-brainer. They're playing Elvis music. Everything is Elvis. You got all the movies, the songs, the decor, all the people walking around trying to please you, the food, the drinks, the music. I get it, but people have expectations. I think people want a bit more than that. They want to be blown away by it, not just played. The things that Elvis Lass has just said, I understand, it's a no-brainer, but did they get something special? Was it worth £180 per person that she paid? That was the level of tickets, the mid-range tickets. How did she feel about the cost of anything else? You know, I think the food was included, was it or not? How did she feel about the cost of things in the shops? And what else was on offer?
I truly don't, but that's just me. I'm a simple pimple girl who loves Elvis Presley, and I just love hearing Elvis music and eating.
Yeah, don't we all?
And drinking and having a good time with my friends.
Yeah, we like a drink. We like to have a good time with our friends.
So anyway, then you get called over the tannoy to come to the NBC special. So you're going to be the audience for Elvis. So they need people because Colonel Parker apparently sat on some tickets. That was quite funny. We all had a giggle at that part. So yeah, we were the ones that they needed desperately to come in. So they were like, you need to give it pumped up action. Elvis is not coming out. And at this part, you're in like a little room. And I really wish we could have took a picture of it. But I didn't want to be rude and take pictures. People don't want pictures, so I didn't. But
oh, I would have took the pictures. I would have took them. Guys, would you have took the pictures? Carolyn, would you have took the pictures?
It's like a little room of an NBC backstage thing. So there's cups, there's like scripts, there's
How many of you would have been cheeky and took pictures? Tell me the truth. Would you have videoed on your phone?
places to sit. There's cases, Elvis Presley cases. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you get the actors coming in, and this is the immersive part that some people might not like. So it's like a theatre production. So you've got them coming in going, oh my God, we gotta get ready. Elvis won't come out. Guys, you're gonna be you need to give us applause. Can you do that for us? It's that kind of vibe. So if you don't like...
Right. I would have found that a bit odd. You know, people jumping out. You must give us applause. You know, guys, come on. Yeah, I probably would have found it a bit odd.
Like theatre productions, like, well, just like West End type things. Or like the dungeons, London dungeons or Blackpool dungeon. If you don't like that kind of stuff, then you might be cringing at it. But
Okay, well, that's honest. So you're basically saying that this part of the show might make you cringe. Yeah, I think that's honest.
I really like that kind of stuff. I thought it was pretty epic, and I thought they gave it their all. They were really, really intense. I mean, they were intense. And then you got the Sam Bell link. And that...
Yeah, so we've heard about this. Sam Bell does the narrating. Sam Bell was friends with Elvis as a child in Tupelo. Let's see what she says.
It was the whole thing, throughout the whole thing, that I thought there was too much of. Too much of Sam Bell and not enough of Elvis.
Right, that's honest. Now, this is something I've heard in the reviews. So now, look, I'm starting to understand Elvis Lass now, right? So she, at the beginning, she says, look, I don't really want to hear the negative stuff. But she is now telling us the negative stuff. So she is giving us quite an honest take on her experience visiting XL in London, Elvis Evolution. So there's a couple of negatives there. She's saying the Sam Bell thing wasn't really was a bit too much. We love Sam Bell. He's on, you know, we've listened to his interviews on YouTube. His character wasn't his character in Baz Luhrmann's film, the Elvis biopic. But she also mentioned that some of the things that she saw might make some people cringe because it's very theatrical. Yeah. So a couple of negatives. Let's keep going.
Especially at the start, but it was told through his perspective of his friendship with Elvis and then their parallel lives and how one became stratospheric and the other went to the army, how he lived his life but still remembered EP, the guy that he knew as a kid. So you follow through into the mystery train, and that's when you're in a train. It's rickety, they blow wind in your face.
So there's an actual mystery train that everyone gets on? Because I know isn't it 160 people in each room? So is there an actual train? Am I hearing this right?
It's pretty cool. I mean, it is really cool. And then you've got like chuck, 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 and you've got all this stuff coming down the side.
It's a bit like Willy Wonka, isn't it? Do you remember that bit in the Willy Wonka?
And like the windows, so you feel like you're on there. It's pretty uncomfortable for your back. But I've got...
Oh, most of us have back problems. I have back problems, guys. My back hurts. So if you've got a bad back, it's going to be pretty uncomfortable for your back.
Got a bad back anyway. But I put my feet up on the front and it was actually quite comfy then. So yeah, it was all right. And they then take you through a montage of Elvis as a kid with Sam Bell. And then
Martha's just said, Louis, what is it in Spain? What do you mean? What is what in Spain?
It's a whole montage all the way through to Sun Studios.
Do you mean the time? I think it's 10:20.
There's no mention of like Gladys. There's no mention of the Colonel. There's no in-depth knowledge into how Elvis went to RCA or how he there's nothing like that. It just touches on, like, Dewey Phillips, it touches on, so you'll have like clips of an actor playing Elvis who's waking up in the morning, and they play that video, and then you see Elvis getting a phone call, and My Happiness, when he's picked up the acetate. I think there was a bit that was wrong. Yeah, before that, they had Elvis, the impersonator, or the person who was looking like Elvis, but you knew it wasn't Elvis. And they had him standing, and they said, you should be better going driving a truck. And then you get the My Happiness acetate. So you know that that's completely the wrong timeline, but it's like Bazzy's movie, all jumbled up in the timeline, but it's not the worst. Do you know, you're not going to like be like, oh, that's totally skewed my whole knowledge of Elvis. You know what I mean? It won't do that. But
yeah, so I understand what she's saying, but don't forget, not all fans are knowledgeable in the way that a lot of us are here. Like, we're Team Elvis. Many fans around the world have done loads of research, know the story, know quite a lot. So I'm imagining that maybe a lot of the people that go haven't really done proper research. They've read the well-known books, yeah, like Elvis and Me. They've watched all the movies, heard all the songs. So remember that Elvis Lass, she's done a lot of research. She knows a lot about Elvis and the life, the history, all of it. So she can break it down and be critical with it and see that they've jumbled up the order of things. Okay?
it's a bit off. So yeah, you see like the actors then, the same 4 actors who were in before are playing all different parts. One's playing Marion Keisker and Sam Phillips. They're hinting that they two were together. So, is that true? I haven't read that. I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. And then it shows Sam Bell having like a football career while Elvis is doing other things like getting famous. And the girls having fun. They show a bit of like the girls having fun because they love Elvis and they're so excited by him. And then what other bits do they have? The train's pretty much a mismatch, a mix and match of all those different kind of vibes. They've got I'll fly away, oh glory, and they have like a little gospel section. That could have been longer. I think that would have been way better. But do you know like little bits that they had? They had a front screen over the back screen, and in the front screen they had like, do you know when it's like a really sunny day and you've got like the glints from the sunshine? They had that over it. And then at the back on the screen, they'd put cotton and like southern nights and southern days. And it gave it a real atmospheric feeling. It really did. And all the actors would be coming from back and in the front. So yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, right. So I'm not going to play it all. Obviously, it's Elvis Lass's show. I think I have to go now anyway because we've been on for an hour. But what I want to do is just jump forwards to the end. Let's see what she says in the last few minutes. We may come back and do a part 2 of this. Maybe. But I've got some other stuff to go through. I've got some Priscilla videos to play for you. I've got other topics I want to get on with. But I would like you guys, please subscribe to Elvis Lass. Please go over and watch her show. It is her show, you know. She's put the time in to do this. So we've only watched sort of the first 14 minutes. So please go over to her show and watch it. Let me just play the ending for you guys.
Vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. And be kind, be nice. If you don't agree and you thought it was crap, then fair enough. Fair enough. And I can't do anything for you. I've heard lots of people say that theirs wasn't as fun. And I feel for you in that way, because the fun part was what made it 20 times better for me. So yeah, right, I gotta go for my bus or I'll never get home to Wales. So yeah, thanks very much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic day. And we love Elvis Presley, no matter what. And fingers crossed one day we'll get that hologram. And if we do, I'll be there. All right, catch you all later. Bye everyone.
guys, I'll play this little bit now, but great show, Elvis Lass. Think it's fantastic. I always love your work. I love your channel. Your channel is one of my favourite. Please subscribe to Elvis Lass. She's a great channel. She doesn't need me to promote her. She stands on her own two legs. A beautiful lady, as I keep saying. Quite an honest review, I think. I think it probably, the more you listen, the better it gets as well, because we only watched the first half of it. I agree with what Elvis Lass said. Yeah, she basically said, let me just get your comments up a minute. She basically said, hopefully one day there'll be a hologram. Hopefully one day there'll be a hologram. I agree. My advice to Elvis Evolution is do a bloody hologram. Get a large section of the show with a hologram, with Elvis, a life size, of Elvis. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, do we all agree on that, guys? We want a proper hologram of Elvis, a proper show of Elvis. Yeah, and then I think everyone might be happy. So I do think. Chris, how are you, Chris? Sorry, I just got your comment. I just wanted to say hello. Lots of coming out about Priscilla. Yeah, and I've got, Chris, I've got 2 videos, new videos concerning Priscilla. And I want to review them. I'll probably do one tomorrow and one the day after. One of them was Mike Stone. The other one was concerning all the bullshit we're told about Priscilla concerning Gracelands and Lisa Marie, all that stuff. So yeah, definitely. We jump around on the topics. This is quite light-hearted, even though it is very passionate. And this means a lot to people, doesn't it? This Elvis Evolution. But we are sort of jumping around on topics at the moment. You guys are great. So much about Priscilla coming out. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Mike Stone Priscilla one that came out today. I've already started watching it, Chris. Very interesting. It is an artificial intelligence one, but let me just play the last bit of this a minute, and then 1 second, guys. Okay, I've played a bit of that, but if you want to watch all of it, go over to Elvis Lass and watch this. And just before I go, because Chris joined us, I will just quickly show you, as long as it comes up, there's a couple of videos that I want to review, Priscilla videos. Let's have a look. I'll click on the beginning of one if it comes up. There's actually 2. We started doing one yesterday. I don't know if you remember, guys. Let's see if it comes up though. Hang on a minute. Where is it? Is that it there? Let's have a look. Is that it? Let's see if it works, guys. Yeah, there we go.
I guess after we saw each other for the 8 months that we did, I figured I'd never see him again. I didn't think I ever would.
You think you know the story. Elvis, the king of rock and roll, and Priscilla, the soft-spoken beauty who stood by his side. But what if I told you that everything we've been told was only part of the truth? Because Mike Stone, yes, that Mike Stone, wasn't just some rebound karate guy Priscilla ran to after her fairy tale marriage ended. According to his own words, he didn't pursue her. She pursued him, relentlessly. And what he revealed in a series of later interviews.
Snack bar, It wasn't really a snack bar. It was just a place where a lot of the people would used to go and have hamburgers and Cokes or whatever. And a gentleman came up to me and asked if I'd like to meet Elvis. And I thought he was kidding and said, sure.
It doesn't just challenge Priscilla's version of events, it burns it to the ground. Let's be honest, for decades the story has been polished, cleaned up for public consumption. Priscilla has been painted as the gentle, quiet soul who stayed loyal even after the marriage faded. But Stone's account it shows someone very, very different. It shows a woman in control, strategic, calculated, and maybe, just maybe, using Elvis Presley as a launch pad from the very beginning. Now, before you think this is just another tabloid smear job, hold on. We're not dealing with vague rumors or anonymous sources here. We're talking about Mike Stone himself, the man who was with Priscilla while she was still married to Elvis, and what he describes isn't an innocent woman seeking comfort after a divorce. No, it's a woman who knew exactly what she was doing and exactly what she wanted. Mike didn't chase her. She called him. She showed up uninvited. She waited on hold at his studio for 30 minutes just to talk to him.
Okay, well, that's a taster, isn't it? So we're going to be reviewing that tomorrow. There's two videos. There's two Priscilla videos I want to review. Yeah, I think. So Chris mentioned Jack Sodden. I've always thought with Jack Sodden, he was offered a golden goose. Priscilla partnered up with him, and how could he say no? She offered Jack Sodden, who was Morgan Maxfield's assistant, the chance of making an absolute fortune with Priscilla. So I don't blame Jack Sodden completely standing by Priscilla for 30, 40 years, because he made an absolute fortune. They both did. Priscilla and Jack Sodden made an absolute fortune. If you can find the video Vernon made years ago, that was not out until recently. Yeah, send it me. I'd love to review it. Right, so where are we? Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go. We've done over an hour. Thanks for joining me. I enjoyed that. It was fun. So a special thank you to Elvis Lass. We did mention things about Priscilla at the beginning of this show. I'm trying to be fair. Please remember, there's no hate in me. When I discuss people, it's never hate. Not Priscilla. I don't hate her. I don't hate the Smiths. I don't hate Elvis Fans Matter. We expose the wrongdoing because we defend Elvis. So I had one guy put a comment on my Facebook page, saying, oh, how dare you talk about the Smiths, they're 80 years old, Well, do they care about Elvis, how he felt? To the person who is supposed to be an Elvis fan, telling me off for discussing the Smiths because they're elderly. How do they feel? They're elderly now and they're still trashing Elvis. How does Elvis feel? Do you get it, guys? Yeah, you're definitely late, Pat. Do you see my point? I'm getting told off for discussing the Smiths by an Elvis fan. So this Elvis fan is okay with the Smiths trashing Elvis because they're old. You get it, guys? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah? Telling me off about discussing the Smiths because they're elderly. Did the Smiths care about Elvis's feelings? Lisa Marie's feelings? They're still trashing him now. Do they care? The Smiths don't care. The Smiths will happily go on a show and trash Elvis on Elvis Fans Matter to make money, even though they're elderly. So age has nothing to do with this. Age has nothing to do with this. They've made the mistake. They're still making mistakes at the cost of Elvis's image and reputation, harming his legacy. So age has nothing to do with this. We defend Elvis because he can't defend himself. So I even say this to the Elvis fans that are supporting the Smiths in talking about Elvis's private life, sharing very private details about Elvis. to the Elvis fans that support the Smiths in doing that, you are letting Elvis down. You are letting Elvis down. You're supposed to be Elvis fans. If the Smiths are using their show to sometimes trash Elvis, the Elvis fans should be in uproar. The Elvis fans should be standing up and calling them out and exposing their wrongdoing to Elvis. It's that simple. You can't be a true Elvis fan if you allow the Smiths to trash Elvis. I repeat, you can't be a true Elvis fan if you allow the Smiths on Elvis Fans Matter to trash Elvis. You either are an Elvis fan or you're not. If you're not supporting Elvis, you're not an Elvis fan. It's simple. If you're trying to make it okay, what the Smiths say about Elvis, then you ain't no Elvis fan. Get it? Does that make sense to you guys? You go on Elvis Fans Matter, you go onto their YouTube channel, and there are dozens of people supporting them. Thanks for sharing the truth. Thanks for your lovely channel. We love you. They're hero worshipped. Billy Smith and Joe Smith are hero worshipped, but they are trashing Elvis. Now, they don't trash Elvis day in, day out, week in, week out, just now and then, but it shouldn't be happening. These questions that are being asked by Danielle that smut Elvis, that trash Elvis, should not be getting asked. They should not be getting asked. Danielle should not be asking these sick questions. Some of them are disgusting. Do not ask these questions, Danielle. You're harming Elvis's image and reputation. You're actually doing harm to your own, to Billy and to your own family, Billy and Joe Smith. I doubt that Memphis Mafia Kid likes it. I would have thought Memphis Mafia Kid does not like listening to Billy and Joe trash Elvis. Anyway, guys, gotta go. Love you all. Take care. See you later, alligator, in a while.